Hello, my name is Alfredo Alvarez. This is my Milestone 1 for independent research for fall. I'm working on building a UI system, actually a pretty simple UI system for OpenGL that works in Azul. The point of the project is to, at the end, make it declarative. So basically use XML to be able to indicate where everything on your UI goes. So for Milestone 1, I was trying to get things to render on the screen, set the projection correctly, and just basically get all the things on the screen looking. So right now, I don't have interactions yet, so the buttons, if you press them, don't do anything. And you can change the text on the text box if you do it by doing it procedurally, but they don't work out of the box yet, and that's something that I need to do on the coming weeks. That's it. So here's the project. This was basically what I had for Milestone 1 of the engine class, what's in the background. So we can see there's a lot of things going on here. I'm going to first describe what everything is, and then I'm going to talk about things that are still problematic and need to be fixed in the upcoming weeks. So here we got a label. This was pretty big, and I loaded two font types. Basically the same font on two different sizes. So yeah, here you can see it's basically just a string saying hello everyone. There's no spaces because right now I have a bug and the space is like not working correctly, so it's something I need to fix. Okay, so over here where you see the blue box, this is our first, so this is a panel, and basically you can put things into it. So the orange, so the blue box is basically our farther down panel. And like I said, we made a system that is basically, you have a view, and this, our entire frame is the view. And then on top of it, we stack frames. So the blue is on the last frame possible. Right now, we only have 3 frames here. It's on the last frame. And then what we have here, on this little brown corner here, it's our another panel. And inside of it, it has another panel, just because I wanted to show that you could actually do it. Just every single item is a widget. So you can put inside panels, you can put any type of widget. And panels has every method. It's basically virtual. So if somebody inherits and wants to do something with it, they can do things like, for example, arrange based on size, do like a stack panel or something like that. So it's extensible right now. They don't look like, it doesn't look that good because I didn't really know how to arrange it in particularly, just to make it look good. But yeah, so over here in the middle we have an image. I'm just using the TGA converter, like we talked about in the meetings ago. But ideally, I would like to use soil so we can load other types of images. There's nothing special in the image, just an image. Here we have the text box. This is the white square here with the text in the middle. Right now, I haven't put input in from the keyboard yet, so the text box doesn't really change. So basically, all you get is a text box, and then you get you have here a button. So yeah, so basically, the way your UI is going to look, it depends on how creative you are and how you get it set up. Right now you can use any color for background, you can make it transparent, you can use opacity if you want. I still have a problem with the text. The blending's not working very well when it's on top of some of these textures. It's something I'm going to try to tackle. I need to actually talk to Keenan and actually meet about it. I thought I had it fixed, but apparently I did not. So it's something that needs to be resolved. Because originally it was happening to everything, but then if you see on the back, we don't have that problem. So I changed the blending options and I fixed it on the back, but then when I put it on the panel, it started showing up again. So the other thing is right now all the text is red, and the reason is because right now the shader cannot take colors. So that's something that I need to fix. I basically need to make the shader that puts textures be able to take colors. We could fake it, I think, with a light. There's a shader already made that takes a light, and you could basically just point the light from the same direction and just fake the color. But I would like to actually do it in a standard way. Anyways, let me just stop this and go show the scene, and we can see what's going on in a second. Alright, so basically this over here are all the files that we had to make. So so the objects are button, frame, image, label, panel, quad, text box, and the widget, who is like the parent of everything. Then outside of that, I have the view, the UI manager, and the font loader, because I didn't want to have to like load the fonts multiple times. So basically the way it works is a view. So the UI manager has an active view. A view has a bunch of frames, and then a frame can have any widget inside. But a panel can also have any widget inside. So what the most normal thing to do is just to take a frame and put a panel, and then start putting things inside a panel. You can make a panel transparent, and then you don't have to actually see it. Okay, so let me just show how this works. So I have this file-based object instance scene. That is what I created for the other class. So basically, this is the header file. We don't really want to see that. So basically, I probably need to clean this up into another header file that includes everything. But this is the way it works. So you initialize the font loader, you load the fonts you want. I'm using right now what's safe. I'm using a absolute path, because for some reason relative paths have not been working for me. I think I'm just doing something dumb, but yeah, it's something I need to figure out. I didn't want to spend more time on it because I had already spent like an hour and it was not working. Okay, then you say the UI manager, you initialize it. It's a manager like the ones we did in the engine, and basically what it does is it sets your coordinate system, and everything else is going to be based on this. So on our render scene, all we do is say update here and draw to the UI manager. And after that, you start creating the parts. So like I said, you have a view, and then inside the view you put frames. So we have 3 frames here. So we put the frames inside our view, and you can see that here. So we just put them in order. So top frame, lowest frame, and that will control the order in which you're rendering. So after that, what you want to do is start creating your items. So this is how you create a panel, and I just set it to the lower. I set that widget to the lowest frame. The coordinate system works from the bottom one left. So basically, you say bottom 0, left 0, and then it moves from there. So this panel, just taking this, it's the one at the bottom. It's big, and it just has a height of 3. And then this is how you create a label, and you just tell it the font name here. You tell the font name, and it has to be one of the ones you loaded. Here I'm using 48 and 16 Arial. That's what I loaded. You see, it works the same way. I put it on the toppest frame. This one doesn't have a panel behind it, and I just set it background to transparent so you can see through it, and that's the high everyone we had up there. You see it has a space here and it doesn't show up, but that's kind of normal. So here was just me putting a panel inside a panel just to show it, and I put that into the top frame. Then I took that panel 2, and I just kept adding things to it. I added the button, the image, the text box, and then I put it so it aligned and it would show on the place that it was. So I think so far this is a pretty good start. Like I said, there's a few problems that we still need to be solved. So the biggest thing is 3 things that we know it's just work to be done: mouse input, keyword input, and add the whole declarative part. Basically, use XML to load stuff. And then the other thing is that I found I need to improve the blending, and I'm going to have to talk to you because I need help on that. And I need to solve the issue of the color, and I'm kind of stuck with that, so I probably need help on that. The other are just options things that I would like to take care of. There are some small, some bigger. because I think it would give it a lot more polish. Anyways, I'm just gonna run it again and just move a little bit around the environment just to make so you can see that it actually still works the way it used to work before. So everything that we could do in Engine still works. Flipping textures on the other side, so we haven't lost any functionality. We just got the ability to, handle, like, put the UI on top layer and basically position it based on the left bottom corner. So that's pretty much my engine, and yep, I'll talk to you on Wednesday.